Tamara Gibson, Natasha Lloyd, Taquin Suchan, Irvin Springer, Thaddeus Antoine, and we had Simon as well. It wasn't there.
Wow.
All right. So these were us originally who founded Red, and we evolved as time went through, but we're still around.
Tell you what was it that, because I know a lot of people know everybody jump in red. You can't have Lucian Carnival if you don't have red. What was the thought pattern? Because that was how many years ago? That was
20 years.
20 years ago.
2005.
20 years ago. What was the thought pattern? What was the atmosphere? How did this come about?
Well, essentially, you found we were involved in Carnival, particularly myself and Tamara, heavily involved in Carnival. She came from the Secret Gibson element.
Right.
I was part of that as well at some point, playing in the band. But we went a lot of Carnival hopping. Trinidad, your Grenada, your St. Vincent, your Antigua, your Barbados come over. And we saw the vibe in those islands. And we said, but how St. Lucia don't have that kind of vibe?
Nice.
St. Lucia's Carnival was a weekend, essentially. The biggest aspect of St. Lucia Carnival from the private point of view was excess energy launching on Carnival Friday or Carnival Thursday. And then you just have parades of the band, national events. That would be it. That would be it for Carnival. So it's just about a week. What Red did when we came in, we made Carnival almost like a festival. We had fetes midweek, months upon months. We have fetes. We were the only ones doing fetes, and that's how that's how Levi Chin broke out. Because Levi Chin was our main DJ then. Levi was playing Summit Song. He was one of the guys carrying boxes and records for Summit Song. Okay. Nobody knew Levi Chin.
Right.
And then we say, well, we had a young boy, and the young ladies then we had Crystal. You had the likes of them at A level, and they knew Levi. I said, well, let's put Levi on.
Nice.
People like Jessica St. Rose, and that young crew came together, and they really drove the elements and swelled the ground for Red during that time, and it was excellent. And when we came bold. We came bold. I'm going to tell you about Thorn on the Road.
Yeah.
Bikini and brands. That's Red.
Mm-hmm.
That's Red. You had people like who does Toya.
Yes.
I think Toya was the first person that had the Thorn on the Road.
Exactly.
And like, Toya, boy, you can wear that on the road. And she wore it with pride. Now, a Thorn on the Road now is commonplace now.
That's right.
It's commonplace.
Absolutely.
But back then, and people
was taboo,
and people were looking at us and like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing?
It was the same conversation that we hear now. You know, whenever you take a bold step and you innovate, you go innovation and changes, you get that sort of, you know.
We did that.
Yeah.
And we made no bones about it. We never made costumes in St. Lucia. Our first year, we bought leftover costumes from a Carnival band in Trinidad.
Really?
That's what we did. We bought leftover costumes and we played them. Our second year, we had the costumes designed and made for us, but our costumes had been made in Trinidad, at one point in India, one point in China. We had costumes being made. But that was it. And we made no bones about it. That was our element, because our element was not truly about the costume in terms of the craft behind the costume, but it was about entertainment.
Right.
Because we were an all VIP band. The only band then who had food on the road, live food on the road being made, barbecue on pizza on the road.
Yeah. I remember
we brought
Nesta.
foam, Nesta. We brought foam on the road, we brought sprinklers on the road.
Nice.
And that was all elements, confetti. And now we just brought a pure entertainment to the carnival. And the following year we decided, you know what? Let us do an event. Now we started an event with Outrageous in Red. We were part of that unit. And something came around where we could no longer be part of the unit. What came around is that we were RCI, and then Outrageous was really the wave then. And we decided, let's do our own events. And then we got the name McNaughton and a guy called Cliff Harris out of Trinidad. He said, well, let's call it Call Me Red. And McNaughton said, but what day will go? Outrageous is ready on the Friday. And Max goes, we do Wednesday. We're bold again, we go Wednesday. And we started doing the fest on Wednesday. And we started Gitty, and that's how I ran. Now, the first show was not on a Wednesday. It was supposed to be on a Wednesday, but we had a weather event. And Dawn French, who was head of Nemo, says, no, you're not going to have no fete that day, no fete that day. And we switched Rising Dawn, and we had to switch to Thursday, hoping we could do it on Thursday because we monitored Dawn, don't say nothing. We locked down, Nemo was in charge, we locked down. So we eventually had the show on the Thursday, and that first show with Call Me Red was Destra and Atlantic Band.
Right.
That was our first time ever, and we had Maximus Dan, and Maximus was part of it as well.
Wow.
Yeah, that was our first event, and we grew. And we went to Beauséjour for our first year in 2011, I believe. That's when we brought Marshall down. And we had Marshall for 4 years straight.
Oh man,
you know, we had a 4-year contract with him, 4 years straight, and then that was it. And then we started the era of
But
Kes.
that must have been also a scary thing, because having Marshall, yes, is the pinnacle of anything. But after you've had Marshall to headline your show for 4 years, you know, trying to make your way around now to not having Marshall and still having to be able to have the confidence that your show is going to pull the same sort of vibe.
It didn't because what happened is
Exactly.
that after Marshall, we decided, boy, that year we do something called All Stars. And that's why we done Nadia Bastan of a band.
band,
we
right,
had
all-female
Patrice,
band.
all-female band. We had Patrice, and I had a slew of artists. And boy, the show did not do well that day at all. You know, our people are so fickle. They say we don't have Marshall and come into the show.
Boy,
You know, and Nadia wasn't well known then.
Yes.
You know, she had good music, but she was not well known then. And Patrice had a bit of a hiccup, and she really fought that night, and I could tell you, we were in boards before. I tell you, I had it out with her and stuff like that. So the following year, we took a break.
Yes,
out there
I remember.
to regroup ourselves and stuff like that. And Patrice also had a break because she was having a baby. Then she had a baby now. She came back with a big girl now. And that's why we came back now, and we went to Pigeon Island, and we stayed in Pigeon Island for a little while, and then Outrageous and Red. Or what they would go Sex in Black then.
Sex in Black.
The show fell through. And
yes.
the Friday opened up and we grabbed the Friday.
I remember
and
that.
we had a big show with Kes. And eventually we just moved back to Beauséjour and that's been it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
a journey.
But it's been great. It's
What
been
a
great.
journey.
Because for ourselves, it's always been creating a platform for our local artists to meet the international artists. And there have been great collaborations done with the artists over the years. Skinny Fabulous, the likes. It's been great. It's been great. And this year is going to be no different. No different this year. Yeah. Because our 20th year, we had 3 big bands on stage. We have Invasion Band, who's proven themselves to be great. You could hear the keys from Zari, good melody, good rhythm. You have DYP, who give you the push, the thrust, and then you have Kes the band. We're going to have great. And we have lots of artists, lots of artists. And
diverse.
I mean, we have Keisha on board this year. We have Sly. We have likes of Arthur, Sidale. They're all on the show. Teddyson John, Imran Nudi, Ezra, Hollywood HP, Ricky T, Oompa. We just have a slew of artists over Desrel. You know, we're just trying different artists, and we're going to have hopefully the Piton Stars artists. They've been some of those are trending.
I cry.
You know? I tell Penn, I want you to do a mix for me.
Yeah.
Because Penn have a song and knocking everybody's thing, knocking people's thing. And I want Kali to come afterwards and say, I cry.
I cry.
He knocked my thing.
I definitely love it. It's setting itself up to be an epic thing. I like the diversity as well.
Yeah.
We have the Grenadian sound. You got an infusion from Grenada. You've got the
Yeah,
Trinidad, not just the Trinidad, but the Trinidad kind of influence.
Yeah.
You've got it's not just pure soca, and you know, you got that elements where you're now entertaining the different spin-off and the twist to the soca music as well. And you got the ridge from Dominica. This is so balanced and nice.
Yeah, so this year our theme is the greatest love. And we call it the greatest love because we believe that Red has given love over the years to our patrons, and the patrons have given love to us over the years. And we've loved it up and down. And as Kevin would say, love is really multidimensional.
Yeah.
You have different stages of love. You have the infatuation. You have stages of flirting. You have likeness. And it grows. And Gopwell is also part of love.
Absolutely.
Without love, there will not be Gopwell. It's vice
Exactly.
versa. It's only out of love you get a Gopwell, you know.
True.
And I suppose and sometimes you go out of your boundaries, you know, horning. That comes. It is not supposed to be part of love, but it happens at times. So it's all part of dimension of you loving, of you engaging, your partnering. So we have all our music element as part of our festival this year. So we have from Grenada, the big star in Blackadan. You know, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. For him, it was that, boy, the day you leave me, I start to find my way. I see my way. You know, and it's a blessing. Now, for many people, that has been their blessing. I have gone around the country and see, particularly bus drivers and stuff like raising their hands up in the air and say, yeah, boy, yeah. From Nakite, all is nice with me now. You know, the ways of doing things, I can't believe it. Can't believe it. right?
Sure.
And then we go back, and then Bouillon is trending.
Yeah.
And you have Ridge,
The big
Mr.
man
Ridge and
thing
put
to
us,
us, yeah.
putting that thing together and giving some great elements of it. So we have that in there. So, and you have the man right down from St. Vincent. Is it all our love?
Yeah,
Grenada, St.
Grenada,
Vincent, Trinidad, Dominica.
Yeah, man. Well
Yeah,
rep,
we have
well
Problem
rep.
Child, you know, and Problem.
And he's just won the road march, isn't he?
yes,
Yes, he just
I
won
think
the
he
road
came
march.
first and
First and
second.
second.
197.
There's some epicness going on that.
Problem
on
Child
that
love
night.
music, you know.
Yeah. And Problem Child-
Holiday.
Yeah, and Problem Child has that bounce. He has that, and you know, his performances is always energetic.
And what
He's
a lot
always-
of people don't know is that Problem Child is a fantastic writer. A lot of the
Yes.
music that Patrice puts out is
It's
written
written
by
by
Problem Child. You really understand her, you know. I'm a big girl now. That's all Problem Child.
Yeah, this
You know,
is
he's written some great
nice,
music.
man.
And
This
then,
is
I
gonna
mean,
be
and
a
you could
big-
never forget our stars right here. I mean, let me tell you,
Oh,
Nudie has
gosh.
been putting up some
Nudie's
solid
got a
music,
solid catalog this year.
solid catalog. You know, I warning you before I warning you. That's all about
Yeah,
love.
yeah.
I warning you. Behave yourself. It's because I love you. It's because I love you. I say
I
it to
get
you.
you,
Don't do that.
understand?
But to protect myself, I may have to take in front.
Exactly.
As we say, look up,
Oh,
balance.
ouch.
You know?
It's ouch. And again, another very relatable topic.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
and that is what gets people, because when you're standing in a crowd, you're having fun, but here are issues that that is so real to you,
Yeah,
and you can
yeah.
now connect with these issues in this atmosphere whilst you deal with the issue in your head, but at the same time here's an avenue for you to lessen the burden of this issue on you.
Sometimes we take ourselves too serious.
That's the
and
thing.
that's the problem. You must
Yeah,
relax,
relax.
be open-minded, and let
relax.
things go.
Eh,
I mean,
eh.
Ricky Dad says the best. Ricky says, "Boy, it's not your turn. It's just your turn. It's just your turn.
It's only a horn if you take it on.
It's all a part of it."
Wow.
And then you had C. Dale tell you, "Never again.
Yeah, yeah.
Never
Never
again.
me
I'm not
again.
going back
No,
that way.
no,
Never me
forget
again."
that.
So that's all the music isn't there. And,
Yeah.
and at the end, they can't tell you, "Boy, to smooth things out, just drink some cocoa tea."
Exactly. And then Blacker go tell you, but when you trying to stress over that, understand and look at the blessing in the thing. You understand?
Look at the messaging. Look at the messaging.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
It is setting itself up. It has the potential to be one epic event as usual. And Colin Red, like we've grown to know it, Taddy has been. Yeah, I mean the artist is there, but it's more. Colin Red is like the big line, where people just come. It's like a networking ground. People know if I'm coming there, I go meet some of my partners. I go meet some of people I ain't seen a long time. So it becomes like this big networking thing where we just all come together and have fun. And you could feel that energy. When you're on the stage. Well, from my standpoint, when I'm on the stage at Color Me Red, the energy from the crowd is what I feed off of, and that's one of the places that I can actually make that joke.
But let me tell you.
Like without
But
even hesitating.
say one, say two, Maureen. You're real turning up on Color Me Red. Those outfits.
That's personal.
I look forward to those
Color Me
outfits.
Red is personal.
I look forward to those outfits. The different cat suits. I remember. I tell you all of the different colors she's had.
I've been gymming,
and the tiger suits
Don't
and
talk to
God.
me nice,
And
you
and
understand?
that night we had the Queen of the Freaks.
Well, hear that.
Oh.
It's going down.
Lady Lava.
I'm not
And
about
can I
to
tell
build
you?
up.
I don't want to
Yes.
get him in problems, sir. But I'll defend him. But Poppy told me I had to bring Lady Lava back. And I decided, I bring it.
Well done, Poppy. Well done. On behalf of us ladies, well done. Well done. On behalf of us
Poppy
ladies,
says to me,
well
listen, he says to me, Thaddeus, you know Color Me Red is missing something. It's more for the mature people. There's not quite something for the young people. You need to bring something for the young people.
That's right.
And I'm thinking, perhaps that lady that was at the opening of jazz, and he pretends that he doesn't quite know her name.
Yes, sir.
So he tell me that like, I'm some lady, I don't know what you're, but I think it's Bob the Builder, something like that. He's like, so I say Lady Lava. She says, yes, Lady Lava.
Oh my God.
No problem.
This is absolute madness.
So I said to Poppy, I will happily oblige.
Absolutely. Well, Poppy, I tell you what, that's definitely something to look forward to, and we thank you. On behalf of all ladies, we definitely say thank you. Now, Taddy, tickets are available. We've got our tickets here. I think early birds, we only have a few here at RCI, and I think that's about it for the early birds.
Yeah, early bird
Yeah.
ends this weekend.
Yeah.
From Monday, we go regular price tickets, which is 150. Early bird is 135. So it ends this weekend.
Right.
So we have the early birds going on this weekend. So take advantage of it. There are corporate tickets as well if you're part of a corporate organization. So that's available. You can reach out to me or Kevin for that personally.
Okay.
We still have some VIP tables. So apart we keep advertising VIP. But we also have a VVIP section where we do tables. So
really?
in previous years we've had them combined, but we separated it this year. So we
Wow.
have 2 elevated areas in the VIP this year. One with our VIP will have some limited sitting,
Right.
but we have where you have now like a butler service, a table separately. So your
Okay.
table of 6, table of 8, you sit down and you'll
Okay.
be served, and you have your dedicated server will come to you, so you need not to come out from your area. So we have that this year as part of our celebration.
Wow.
And we pop in some bubbly
Champagne, yes, guys.
all night.
Oh, damn. Wow. Let me tell you. Hey, hold on. Puppy, that is what you wanted. That's what you wanted,
It's
puppy.
lava. It's an reward in being the best girl. It's an a trophy in being the best wife. If I the crime must be in a X5. And I ain't saying no man can't come true. But if you come in here to come with your things, cause I'm not Bob the Builder. I'm not building no man for future. I still see potential. They like buying rooms for a rental. Still not mine.
Puppy, that is what you was looking for there.
Still not mine.
You understand?
Maybe it's yours, maybe it's mine.
Maybe it's one of a
not
kind.
mine.
Somebody say I like that song. Listen, that was a good audition. I have to tell you that. I mean, Lady Lava is as real as it gets. Again,
Yes,
there's-
yes.
this woman is bold enough to sing things that we think.
Yeah, and I've studied her.
No, she's quite very intelligent.
She's very
woman.
intelligent.
Very
woman.
intelligent. Very,
She's
very
actually a poet.
Yes,
she's a
she's very
poet.
intelligent.
So she was doing spoken word.
Yes.
And she was encouraged to use the spoken word and put it into music, to add music to it.
You know, she's been a writer for most of the big artists
Yes,
long
yes.
before she decided to
Yeah,
come to the
yeah,
fore.
yeah.
Man, she's
Queen
brilliant.
of the freaks. Oh,
she's
oh,
brilliant.
boy, oh, boy.
Yeah.
Hi, beam, hi, beam. Hi, beam, hi,
They say,
beam.
I like that.
So, Maureen, Call Me Red would not be Call Me Red without the likes of Radio Caribbean International.
Absolutely.
RCI. As you know, we've done this show with RCI from day one. This may have been our signature event over the years.
Yeah.
So I really want to thank the RCI for being with us for 20 years of that. This year we also have Bank of St. Lucia
In a big way.
on board with us in a big way.
I must say,
foreigners.
Taddy, I mean, Bank of St. Lucia, you can actually feel their presence throughout the entire carnival season.
I
They
think
are
I
really
think
taking
all
their
our
cooperative-
festivals.
Yeah,
uh,
their corporate
they were the-
responsibility is really
they
at
were
a high level.
Presenting sponsor for jazz,
And they're doing
and they're into
giveaways,
carnival,
promotion with
essentially
themselves,
presenting. Yeah.
among
So
themselves.
it just shows you
Wow.
that when you have a management, so you have
Understands.
Rolf, who's the managing director, who's
Right.
very a party man out of Grenada. He's a
Yes.
Grenadian, and you have Lyndon Arnold, who's the deputy managing director, who's a
Right.
bacchanalist in his own right.
They
Right,
understand.
and then you have your. I don't know if this deliberately structured the marketing departments, but you have Jen in there and that.
Yeah,
Jen is
Jen is-
a party person.
Yeah.
So when you have that, you realize, we can connect. And you'll be surprised at all levels of the bank, the different party people in the bank, they realize, but this is our customers. At the end of the day, you are feeding into your customers. And the
Absolutely.
bank looks at them and says, listen, not because they bacchanalists, these are our customers.
Absolutely.
And if we are pushing, as a bank, we're pushing mobile banking, and then the cards is where we're going to, and people are partying. Why can't we be part of that? And why can't the terminals at those events be our terminals where we earn 3%, 4% on every transaction that takes place?
How you mean?
We get back and
Smart.
we're making a name. And we're part
Certainly.
of building the sustainability in the country as well. We're saying,
Exactly.
don't use cash, with the cashing, use more cards in your transactions, go to the machine, and the risk of you carrying cash to an event, no need for that. No need that your money finishes. No, a card and Bank of St. Lucia is your friend, all the bank you need, all the way you're going through.
Absolutely.
And they've been on board with us, and they've supported us for all the years we've been there. I used to be the lawyer for Bank of St. Lucia. I could tell you from day one, they've really been helpful, and they've been going through for over the years with us.
That's awesome.
So we're happy with that. We had the likes of Piton Bear. And Piton, incidentally, Heineken is celebrating 25 years as an institution. which is the parent company of Piton. They're celebrating 50 years.
Yeah,
50 years. 50 years. They were formed in 1975. 50 years of Heineken, and Piton Bay was formed in 1992. I recall that quite well. They all part of the festival, and we're happy that they continue to be part of the festival, Carnival, and they support us as well. We have St. Lucia's distillers, Barbie, Bounty Rum, the whole and I like what Bounty, I really like what Bounty has been doing with using the Bounty. I mean, we only use Bounty as the spirit of St. Lucia with the likes of St. Lucia spirits, but Bounty has grown.
They have grown.
And Bounty at one time was used as that's not really a good rum to drink. That's about Cabaret, rum shop rum. But Bounty has become a premium rum and premium drinks. I had this is a guy always puts me in problem, Lyndon Arnold, Shilling. We now have been drinking Bounty coconut rum with soda water, so it's pineapple.
Wow.
I couldn't wake up this morning properly. I think I'll go back to my gin. But that's what happens. We have the CPL folks on board with us as well. KFC, M Motors, M Motors on board. Hopefully somebody could see a BMW at night and fall in love with it. Absolutely. And get Mario to give them a substantial discount. So that's all taking place. You have Campari on board. You have Courts. We have Climax, you have Grace, so the Cardo people who were out there early on. So they're all part of the festival, and we're really enjoying them supporting us. And, in supporting us, you support St. Lucia. Yeah. You support patrons. You make it happen for them. Yeah. Because it's through the sponsors and the partners that we're able to keep the cost of the tickets at a certain level and also give you the high-level entertainers that you get. Yeah. Without the sponsors, you really can't do it because it's not easy or inexpensive to put up an event. And Popey could tell you that from a CMC point of view, when you put up these carnival events, national events, it is not cheap. It is not cheap at all. So we're really thankful to the sponsors for getting on board and helping us out with the events. You see?
Are you come there? Tell you come inside.
We just say a thing when you don't lie. You don't lie. You feel the show.
I don't lie.
Well, you're lying on me. You're lying on me all the time.
About Mac saying that we're doing Culinary Red the Wednesday. We had to be bold and we going Wednesday. Yeah. That's 20 years ago.
20 years ago, I say, well, and the whole marketing pitch was like, who mad enough to have a fete on a Wednesday? Yeah. That's unheard of in St. Lucia back in the day.
Of course.
Okay, and look where we are today.
Look at where we are.
Yeah.
Now you have fetes all over.
My God.
The day. And St. Lucia, Taddy was saying, you were scouted throughout the islands and you realized that, where are we? And right now,
and Mac used to be
have gone and left a lot of
Mac
them.
Is regular. He's go to Barbados very regular.
Right. So
Coaba plot.
St. Lucia has gone and left a lot of them now. So that's really a remarkable journey, a beautiful thing to experience, to see how far St. Lucia has grown.
They always say you grow and you learn for travel, you've experienced. So that has certainly helped with us in that level. I mean, I recall we were way ahead of Soca Monarch. We were the first ones, apart from jazz, to do a stage with screens. We were the first one to do it. And when we did that there, because Alpha Tissa was the one who did it first that year, now Soca Monarch was after us, because remember it would be Wednesday, and Soca Monarch was the weekend, Friday. The first day, no, leave everything there. Leave everything there. The screens of who paid for that, just leave that.
Exactly.
And talk to the government about that. Now you get 1 cent.
I remember Yadi was the first person, and Yadi was in competition that year, and he's the first person that said, wait, you only use the screen.
Oh.
I think, what song he had? Some song, that was kind of controversial.
And it changed the landscape for in terms of your presentations. This presentation now went digital. So the guys, because before, what the guys would do for Soca Monarch, the same thing they do for Calypso, they bring in props on stage. For the time we have the screens,
boy, let me tell you, they kill it.
It grew a new dimension of digital creatives now. Doing the ads for them, creating these things, and it's grown. We were the first one to do it, and they used the whole thing to say, don't worry, you'll get paid. The government will pay you. Boy, we get nothing up to now.
That was your contribution to the art.
You sure you didn't pay for that in a line item down there from the supplier?
No, nothing.
In a hidden line somewhere.
Somewhere, you get paid. Absolutely.
Somebody paid.
Yeah.
Wow, it's good reminiscing on this.
But now Popey pays that easily.
Yeah, Popey pays that easily.
No problem.
After, he might have been a little lava towards there.
So back, well, we on again. The 18th, we outside.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, listen, I'm so looking forward to Color Me Red, and so many people calling from overseas. Yeah, I want to go Color Me Red.
That's a big event.
Because I think the combination of the artists this year really piqued people interest.
That's what I just said to tell you.
And-
The
and
dynamics
so-
is wonderful.
Before you just had like one headliner. Now everybody from the
Is it?
locals
Yeah.
right through.
It's headliners.
Headliners,
Yeah,
pure
yeah,
headliners.
it's right,
You should have
man.
just called it a headliner.
And we just produce it well. Tyson Penn Joseph is our musical director. So we produce the show in such a way that it allows us to the highs, the lows, everything mix up together.
Mix it, so
it
you don't have a-
continues to
a
flow,
lull, yeah,
flow. And
I
then
like
we have
that.
the DJs coming in between to just keep the flow going as well.
Absolutely.
You know, so all that helps.
Right.
So the gates open at 7 o'clock. Once the gates open at 7, things start
Right.
running from there
Yeah.
for our music and stuff like
Energy.
that. And 8 o'clock, bang.
One time.
It's going to be a long night because after that night, we believe in being responsible. The other events taking place, the daybreak shows.
Yeah.
So when you be able to pace yourself and go to the daybreak shows and get some rest, and then you have more shows remedy in the evening. But there's so many events that we
lot.
can.
No, but there's going to be a lot of people on the island, so it's well placed.
Oh yes, oh yeah.
Maybe
The
a
carnival
lot of
bands
people on the
are doing quite well. I think most of the carnival bands, like your Just a Fun, Fusion, Zuvo, in particular, I think they've all their numbers have increased almost by 500 revelers
Yep.
on top of last year. So that's a substantial amount. Like, it's a substantial amount.
Exactly.
From a tourism point of view, I can tell you that we've got more flights to come in, and then those flights are filled.
Yeah.
And so people, St. Vincent luckily will now open up. People fly into St. Vincent to come across to St. Lucia. Some people can fly into Martinique and take the ferry across to St. Lucia as well. So that's that element. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, we on. That's all I'm saying. We on. Let me get some Bob the Builder. Taddy, you got anything else you want to leave with us before?
No, just really to thank the patrons over the years who continue supporting Red. In supporting Red, you support yourself, provide entertainment for your country and for your whole economy as well. So it has really worked out. And it gives the artists a platform to deliver themselves. On the night of the event, we're going to have lots of surprises. I said we'll be celebrating 20 years, and we'll be doing the greatest love. And everybody that night will be a lover in that venue. And as Kev said earlier on, I mean, if you come there, you don't have a love, you will find a love in there. A place to find love right there at Color Me Red. You may lose love too at Color Me Red too. That's part of it.
Problems.
In a case where you may lose love. Some new love will some old love will come
It's
back.
all love, all
Oh
love.
my God. There's a
Just
problem
love.
night.
Problem night.
That's why we
The
have problem child.
is there. You already know.
And Ezra said you might be miserable that night. I.
He come out to be miserable. So whatever they come on me. Certainly. Well, Taddy, thank you. Mark, respect to you. Our girl didn't make it this morning. But Poppy, pick up
On
yourself.
behalf of all the young people in St. Lucia, I want to thank Poppy
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
inspiring us to put Lady Lava on
On
the
the
event.
cast. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much, Poppy.
We have to call Poppy Bob.
Oh my God, guys, have a wonderful one. I
Thank
say
you.
catch you guys later at the finals, I guess. Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be a good one. All right, start that one again from King Bits.
It's lava.